Okay, here it is. This is me and Starshine. It's a year ago today, May 25th. So we had to be at the passport office at 7 in the morning. I want to say 7 or 8. I know it was no later than 8, but we thought 7 because that was our time because it was an hour earlier. So we had to get up like super early, and because it's going into Seattle from North Bend, Washington, which is like no, I had that in the morning, terrible commute. So we did it. Got into town, had a hell of a time finding parking. It was extraordinarily expensive, like $20 for an hour or something like that. It's Seattle. So, but we got everything. We got to the office and stood in line, and there were like 500 people. It was just people everywhere. And we had to get in and get this taken care of. And it was very, very stressful. It was very stressful. And I don't think we did a breakfast thing, but while we were waiting, we went to Hana, which is my favorite sushi bar in Seattle. It's on Broadway in this little mini mall. We went there and we got overcharged. I'm pretty sure. We had Toro, which was great, fantastic, and probably a beer too. I don't know, but it was very good, but it ended up being like really expensive. So then we went and found this little shop because he has a Prince Albert, which is a hole in the end of your thinger that you put metal through, and he wanted to upgrade. He wanted a new one, a bigger one than the one he had. And we had talked about it before a few times, and was like, "Yeah, that sounds cool." And so we went to the store, and the lady was there. She says, "Well, how big is your what gauge is it? I guess is the term they use." And he didn't know. So this guy comes out. He goes, "Hey, well, let's go measure it." And so start to go back to the back to do this, and the woman that was serving us said, "Oh, you can go with him," because they assumed that we were a couple, which we all at that point had assumed that we were a couple. Everyone that I knew, including myself, assumed that we were a couple. And then he was like, "Oh, no, no, you stay here." And then he went with this guy. And that really humiliated me. I felt utterly and absolutely humiliated at that point. And came out. He said, "Oh no, it's just no big deal. They just needed to measure." And they said the next size, and then we looked at one. He goes, "I want this one." Well, having thusly just been humiliated, am I going to let him get a new one? Was I going to pay for a new one for him? I was going to pay for a new ring through the end of his thing, which I didn't even get to see or be a part of. So I was like, let's wait. Maybe they're cheaper in Europe. We can get you one. You know what size you need. You know what millimeters, whatever the gauge is. And we can get it in Europe. Because I felt insulted, um, obviously. But I don't know. Then we went on. I think we had lunch after that, which was probably awkward. And the passport, all that went through. I paid $200 for the expedited passport. Got that flying. It was taken care of, and they told us that we could come back at 4. So we kind of killed time in Seattle. Just wandered around and looked at some things. I don't think we did any museums or anything, but we just wandered around till the 4 o'clock deadline came in, and then he got it, $200, and we got him his passport. So we're set and ready to take the trip. And Dave and Krista, who we're staying with, my brother and sister, they are going camping. So for the next 3 days, we have to pack, prepare, get everything ready, uh, finish all the minutia. We went shopping several times, buying stuff for him. Good footwear, good everything, because we did a lot of hiking, a lot of walking, and we wanted to make sure everything was fine. So we did a lot of shopping at the outlet malls and stuff like that, which I'll get into tomorrow, because that was one of our big days. Also going to Qualmy Falls with Tomo, which was the night, which is tomorrow. Yeah, I need to write that down because that's really important. So that means I need to get some photos together, and I'll do that. But aside from that one insult, um, we uh, we had a really good day. We got lost. We lost the car. The car was parked, and it was on Marion Street, I think, which actually stops for a while. And we were looking over here and not where we needed to be. And we were both looking at maps and reading maps and trying to figure out where the hell we parked because we had gotten up so early and were so tired from the day before that we got lost. And lost the car, which was really, really wild. That is the first time I really tested his patience. Not like he didn't test mine, but that was a crazy instance. I'm glad I remembered that. And I may remember some more things, which I'll include tomorrow, because it's sort of a package deal. The 3 or 4 days we had together before we boarded the plane to go to Europe. So very, very interesting stuff. Uh, More later. If I remember anything else, I'll tag it tomorrow. Thanks.